Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. We're kicking into Christmas, kicking into New Year's, kicking into all the holidays. It's a beautiful thing. I got our technology expert, Dave White, with us here at TFNN. What about a dynamite show, growling and prowling. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Serve the one you love. Once you decide to be a couple, you're there to serve the one you love, to serve your love to your lover. In every kiss, in every touch, you feel you're there to please the one you love without expecting anything back. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 42, NASDAQ up 46, S&P's up 13, gold contract up $7.30, trading at $1,200 even. Silver up 15 cents at $19.34 an ounce. Platinum up $14 at $1,334 an ounce. Copper flat at $3.30 a pound. Light sweet crude $98.77 a barrel. Bonds, check these bonds out. 30-year bond, folks, up a point at 130.06. 10-year up 3 ticks at 123.24. King dollar down 63 ticks, trading out at 80.72. You have the euro up 15 at 136, and the yen's trading out there at 104.08. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, so you're up $10, and you got some big juice, man. We got $1.5 billion. You get rebalancing. You get a million other things happening. But the bottom line, folks, when you get volume, you get volume. So what does that mean? Well, this is going to get interesting. So if we take the structure of an ABC, you get the 1746A, you get the 1813. So what do we get? That's $63. But guess what? When you put the 63 on top of the 1767, what do you have? Oh, geez. Let's see. 60, 20. We're right at it, which is a mind blower. So the A to B equals C to D is there. You had the volume, which is there. And there's correlations, folks. Okay, what gets really interesting about these rebalancing is that what I've found is that, guess what? If you rebalance and you get a down day, well, that's going down. You get a rebalance and an up day, it wants to go up. Now that S&P, though, finished its ABC up.
Yep.
In one day. And the reason it was in one day is because of the correlation of how we went down on Fed Day. You know, we got down to a price point of that 1767. We go over and take a look at the Dow Industrials. That's what we have happening with the Dow Industrials. So Dow Industrials out here, up $42. They sold into the close, not heavily, but they sold into the close. This is the second, basically, nice little doji you have up at those highs there. The first one came in at 16,174. We got to 16,178 out here today. 16,287. We closed out at 221. It'll still have to come back inside that 16,174 for lower price. NASDAQ Composite. We have with the Composite closed up $46, did 2.9 billion shares, okay? And the A to B, the C to D is a little bit higher in the Composite. I know I have it here. Okay, bottom line is it's higher, though. It's going to be a close call, actually, because it depends which one you take it at. If we take it at the 39.11, which was that's actually the most conservative place to take it, which is the 20th. So we get 39.11. You go up to the 4,081. You get $1.70, which gives you 41. Yeah, it's got about another $40. You know, so we'll see whether it can basically handle that spike. Gold contract. We go over to gold. We take a look at gold. This is what we had with gold. Gold yesterday came into the June 28th level, rejected it. Gold still has to get above the 1231 area, folks. The 1231 area, up $7 today. The 1231.60 area is the high of the 28th. That's where I'd like to see it get above.
Did we break that low?
Yeah, by $1.
Okay.
Or you mean today?
Yes.
No. Yesterday we went to 1186. But what we did yesterday is we went to 1186, breaking that and breaking the 28th on 30% lighter volume. On the GLD, we broke with 50% lighter volume. So what we have here, if you take a look at the Wall Street Journal, on a contrarian view, which is really sweet, is that when you take a look at the Wall Street Journal out here, this is the first time, I believe, in 12 years that gold was the lead story, headline story, not in the middle of the fold, headline story that the world is over.
Gold's over.
Gold's over, man.
Well, I talked to you yesterday about a guy getting savaged on CNBC because
Frank Holmes. Yeah.
Because he was told to buy gold.
Yeah, right.
I mean, he was saying to buy gold, and there was a little more to the story, but those are the kind of things that you want to see, though, at Lowe's. You want people real hatred. Real hatred.
You do. But hey, let's talk about that for a second, because, Frank Holmes has these gold funds, and this is where, folks, what you absolutely have to do is that you want to know what's inside a fund, okay? Because I looked at those funds a long time ago.
Okay.
Those funds, even though they're called gold funds, are not gold funds.
I think he said he had 10% gold, and that was it.
Yeah, it's not a gold fund.
Okay.
And there was a huge amount of small Myers, and there was short positions. There was a long S&P position in them. It was really intriguing. And I'm not just bringing it up for his fund. What you want to understand is that what is inside the fund, the name versus what you're actually buying. Because it absolutely blew my mind when I was looking, when I really dug into it, because what's inside this fund? And the reason I did that was what had ended up happening is that Sprout had come out with some funds. And when they were coming out with the funds, the premium inside the funds, I didn't understand why people were paying 11 or 12% for a premium when you could just buy, metal. And that's when I really started looking into them. And bottom line is that, know what's inside those funds, folks. Bond market. Let's go over to the bonds. We take a look at bonds. Now, the 30-year has some juice underneath it, folks. We did 260,000 contracts. We're at 130.04. And what happens here is that this looks to me like number one, it wants to launch the 130.08. And that's all it has to get above is that 130.08. You get above 130.08, you'll get to 133. And that's going to be, we talk about diabolical. The Fed says, number one, that they're pulling back from $85 billion to $75 billion. And, in that context, you figure, okay, rates have to go up. Well, guess what? They just went down.
They just went down.
So if we take a look at, we'll put this up. So the 10-year today is at 2.8. We take a look at the 30-year, and the 30-year is at 3.8. The 5-year, they were worried about the 5-year this morning. So the 5-year is at 1.6.
I probably couldn't find one person in the last week before the Fed meeting that would have said that the 10-year would be less than 3. Everybody said it was going to bust 3.
Yeah, right. And that's a good pickup, man, because I think what you do have, okay, not everyone, Z in the den.
Yeah.
That's right, Z. Z from Philly.
I'm talking about talking heads, Z. Talking heads, which are not one of them.
What we're doing, for all you folks in your car across the country, we're talking with one of our traders, and we apologize inside the den, but he's absolutely right. Let's go take a look at the good old dollar index, okay? We take a look at the dollar, what we have with dollar. Now, he's putting up his trade. Folks, if you've never been in the Tigers Den, you have to come in the Tigers Den. Make it your New Year's resolution. You can test drive it 30 days, absolutely free. We go over and we take a look at the dollar. We have with the dollar, we did 23,000 contracts out here today. You're trading at 80.72. And bottom line is that this held up. There's no doubt about it. It held up. And it's going to make that run for 81.66. And Dave from Clearwater, I owe Dave from Clearwater a nice steak dinner down Salt Rocks.
Salt Rock.
And he bought his wife on the gas trade. He bought his wife a Yukon for Christmas. She's going to be so elated. That is so cool.
If you hate high gas prices or gas prices going up,
that's even better.
You can buy it, and then then you pay for your high gas prices.
That's even better. Yeah. That's even better, man. There's no doubt about it. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Now, let's get over and we'll take a look at the, we're going to take a look at the small caps. We take a look at the small caps. Oh, that was interesting. Look at that. It's really, the last sell in the IWM was a trip, folks. Okay, you talk about a rebalance. And if you stay right there, Dave and I are coming right back. If you take a look at that spike down, look at that spike down, unbelievable. It's Tom O'Brien, Dave White. We're coming right back, folks.